Hello, this is Kat. Welcome to Love, Drama, and Deceit. Today I'm going to do a recap of Beyond the Gates, and I'm going to talk about the crossover between The Young and the Restless and Beyond the Gates. Today episode, it kicked off a major crossover energy as Victor Newman officially arrived in Fairmont, Crest. And you could already feel the tension shifting. The Richardson Smith family was deep in preparation mode for Martin's big fundraiser, but underneath all the polished appearances, everybody seemed on edge. Naomi, Naomi had an emotional conversation with Danny about Jacob, and you can tell she's genuinely scared about how far Jacob is willing to go. After everything that happened recently, Jacob is carrying a lot of anger and pressure right now, and it's starting to affect every relationship around him. Meanwhile, Jacob clashed with Elon at the station, and that situation felt bigger than just a disagreement. The tension between them keeps building, and it feels like Jacob is one bad decision away from completely spiraling. Of course, it wouldn't be Fairmont Crest without chaos crashing the party, and Leslie made sure of that by showing up at Mona's event uninvited. Leslie continues to move like somebody with nothing to lose, and honestly, every scene she's in feels unpredictable now. The biggest setup from today's episode is clearly the fundraiser and the incoming storm surrounding it, both literally, figuratively, with the Young and the Restless crossover officially underway. It feels like the show is preparing for a multiple storylines to explode at once. I think that Jacob is heading towards becoming a tragic hero, basically. I don't think they're turning him into someone dangerous. I just think Jacob went into something that he didn't really expect. He wasn't ready for the outcome. He was ready for the job, but he wasn't ready for the outcome, and he didn't get the outcome that he wanted. Had not Derek got killed, it probably would have been a different situation. He would have been much happier with the situation uh, and the outcome that he has. But right now, he's just feeling guilty, and he needs to. He's going to deceive. To me, he's going to destroy his marriage. And well, if the marriage is destroyed, I think it's going to be a little bit of both of them because she's holding a secret, and he's not really holding a secret. He's just doing what he want to do and not really caring about what nobody think. And his father's worried about him too, and Naomi's worried about him. And I think he's going to make a mistake and get hurt himself if he don't slow down and think about what he's about to do. Well, she wouldn't be Leslie if she didn't cause some kind of chaos or trouble, but I don't think she's going to be allowed to cause a lot because there isn't anything she's done. Everything she's done is out in the open now, so there's really not much trouble I think that she can actually cause or get into, unless she just get into somebody's face and just start arguing with somebody. But that's how she does. She will do that. But I don't. There's nothing really left for her to really throw in anybody's face or just whatever. But okay. But my biggest thing, what I like, Victor Newman showed up. He came in on the jet. He got out. Vernon met him at the you know Vernon met him as he was getting off the jet. He had a car waiting. They had a little chit chat right there before they got in the car. He got in the car. Vernon went and got in on the other side. They had a little drink, and then they kind of reminisced and talked about how things that they should share in the past. And then they Vernon and Victor Newman arrived to the fundraiser. He mingled with everybody. He talked to Anita, and then he introduced him to Martin. I mean, and other people. And then when it was time to get started, he got a call, and he went to go. He took off a little bit, and then like I said, they showed Leslie trying to intrude in on things, trying to get a ticket. Trying to be nice to Mona. She gave Mona $100,000 check for the fundraiser. Um, Mona wasn't happy about it, but then, I guess she's kind of trying to forgive her. I don't think she wants to. She still's not going to trust her. And I really don't blame her, not the way that she used Mona and did the things that she did to her. So she did thank her for the check. And then you had Martin's son and daughter came in to Orphan Jeans, and, they sat down and they talked about him and his girlfriend and why they didn't stay at the cotillion. She said y'all was having sex, and she said she could tell by the smile on his face. Then you got Joey and Vanessa there. They at the going to the fundraiser. And then you got Daddy and Naomi at her house. They're having a discussion. Naomi's looking kind of sad because Jacob, she's worried about Jacob, and Jacob's not going to be able to come to the fundraiser. And uh, then Andre shows up at home, and then something falls out of his pocket, which is it's a ring. It's in the ring box, and he told Danny not to open it, and he was going to try and save it for another engagement that they had. But he said he didn't want Danny to be, worrying about what it was and stuff. So he went ahead and told her what it was. It was a ring, a red ring, something. There was a meaning to it. So sentimental value to it for her, for their relationship. But that's about it. You got, like I said, you got the crossover. You got Victor Newman there, and then it's going to be very exciting. I think the rest of the week we're gonna be in for delight, because I know it's getting good. It's heating up, and I can't wait to see what the outcome going to be. I sure hope that um, I know Danny and Bill going to get trapped in the elevator. I hope nothing stupid happens there, because she really loves Andre, and Andre really loves her. So I really like their relationship. And I love how he engaged with their daughter, their stepfather, even though, they all maybe close in age, but it's okay, because he respects them and they respect him. So until tomorrow, I guess we will find out. In other words, let the shenanigans begin. Like, comment, and subscribe.